What is going on YouTube? It's Brendan from Market Makers. Guys, no camera today, so you're going to miss my pretty face. I had to leave Naples. The power went back out. I spent 7 hours in the car driving back to the ranch. I will have yet another home when I return to Naples. So it'll be the fourth home I've lived in 3 months. So it's a lot of fun. But guys, I wanted to do a video update for you because the markets have been on a rip-roaring rally since my last video. And let's see if that rally is going to continue, if it looks like it's petering out, because it is a bear market rally, as all of these rallies are, as I still expect our accelerated decline and getting our bottom, that October 31st weekly candle. So let's go ahead and start off with the DXY. DXY, as you can see, had a very nice decline. The uptrend is extremely well intact, guys. This is vertical liftoff, and the DXY does this, okay? It did it here, it descends, it pulls back up, and it's doing it again. It's going to find this support here and most likely just jet back up again. I expect this to happen. And if we go back to, I was showing people this in the .com era. Let's go ahead and look at this because the DXY is extremely volatile, okay? So you go back to .com, the last equities bubble, last pure equities bubble, and you can see this. The DXY does this all the time, okay? It does these big elevated drops, and then everybody turns bullish again. They're like, oh, the dollar's falling, and it goes back up. The dollar, look at that, look how far the dollar fell that time. It goes back up. It just keeps going up. So yes, it retraces. This is normal. Price moves in waves, guys. So this is totally normal. The DXY uptrend is still intact. It is the dollar milkshake theory. The dollar is the strongest currency out there, our Feds being the most aggressive. You've already seen the Bank of England pivot because of their pension fund double leveraging into bonds, and they were getting margin calls, okay? So the dollar, I anticipate the strength still rising. Now, what's going on with our 200 moving average? I mean, if you remember, for you guys that have been watching this channel, I've been talking about this, where I expected the next rallies was right on the 200 on the weekly 233. And of course, that's where we got this nice big bounce up right here off the 200 233. If we go back and look at the S&P here, even back in '08, you can see it doesn't want to give up this 200 easily, okay? You fell below it, pumped back up above it, got way above it, fell back below it, came back and back tested it. I expect the same type of price action to occur. So this is what you're doing now. You hit the 200 233, you rallied up. So the key here is this rally going to continue? Now, if we look at this rally on the daily time frame, you can see our long-term moving average at 200, where we shorted up here, all these marketplaces, is well above us. We're not pumping up that far. We're starting to get some retracement here. We're coming under resistance here at the money flow, as you can see in the EMA cloud, already starting to fade, roll over. Let's go ahead into the 4 hour and look at this. The 4 hour, here's your 200 233. 200 is the white line, and look at the MFI, how overbought you are. This is a FOMO bear market rally. Bear market rallies tend to be much sharper than bull market rallies, okay? Because you get a lot of FOMO. People think they're buying bottoms, and really what you're doing here is this is the beginning phase of making some type of top. We can see, of course, if the S&P does get more bullish again, it can come up, try to test this 618 at 39.29, get to the 4 hour 200 233. I think you're rolling over here. You might get some wicks up above here, maybe make a head and shoulders, but most likely you're going to form a double top type structure like you like to do over and over again here in the trend, okay? That's the broader market, the S&P. Let's go ahead and look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ on the weekly lost its 200 233, got a close below it, and of course it pumped back up off of it. Again, totally normal, totally expected. This is why we shorted the NASDAQ back here on the daily time frame, up here when you had the 200 confluence 233, okay? And this is where you're at now. You declined all this way, and if you look at the trend-based fib layout here, from the swing low to that swing high to the swing low, look where you're getting rejected at right now, the 1618 phi. So you're already getting rejected at 11,598. You're starting to get some sideways candles. Notice this is the first time in trend here. If this candle ends up closing this way on the 8 hour time frame, everything else has just been vertical. You see this? this? Just vertical lift off, and now you're getting candles going sideways. It's the early formation of a potential top, okay? You get your turbulence, you get your Wyckoff structure here, you get your turbulence, and you'll end up making some type of shape like a double top and rolling down. So let's go ahead and look at this on the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, you get a little bit more candles. Notice we did not even pump up to the long-term moving averages, the 200, the 233. The hot pink line is the 150, and you can already see this on the 4-hour time frame. You're rolling over. There's your Wyckoff top, most likely it looks like here. If this holds true, we'll see what happens at the open. But there's your buying climax. You're coming down to test your base, and then you'll have some volatility up and down, and this is how you form those double tops, guys. So I anticipate all these markets turning back around, and if you notice the commonality here on the 4-hour time frame, all of them are way overbought here on the 4-hour time frame, way overbought on the money flow. Remember, this is a volume weighted RSI. Let's look at the Russell. Russell fell below its 300, and of course the Russell's pumping back up now, bouncing up beautifully up this double S curve. You see that? Pumping back up, and here's your 233 just above you, but I don't think the Russell's getting there, getting rejected. So let's go ahead and look at this in some smaller time frames. Looking at this on the daily, go ahead and expand this for you so you can see this. On the daily time frame, this isn't the actual true low because it's the same candle. You see that? So let's go ahead and look at this on an 8-hour. So 8-hour time frame, you can see it's a lot better because you can actually grab the true low from the separation of candles. So swing low, swing high, swing low. See that? Getting rejected at the 1414. Now, I went ahead and added to my short. So 1786 would be the optimal entry for me anyways if I was going to add to a short. But I've been shorting this, guys, since I've been talking about this whenever that was, what, weeks ago now, when the Russell pumped up at its 200, 233 on the daily time frame. To go back and look and see when that was. Let's go ahead and throw that on here. 200. Where'd you go? Up there. Okay. Find the candles. Way up here. So I got in at 1997. I added to it at 2025, and we've rolled down since then. I added to it at 1826, and we rolled down some more, and now we pump back up, and I'm adding to it again here. I don't know, because we're already getting retracement, if we're going to get a chance to tap that 1779. So I'm adding to my Russell shorts, just dollar cost averaging this whole decline down, building a massive short position. Got this nice double bottom, and you can see it pumped up, and we got to the 1414 at 1768, getting rejected early, very early signs, okay, very early signs of some topping action on these indices. If you look at this on the 4-hour time frame, you can see you didn't even get to the 150. Your 200 is the white line, 233 is the multicolored line, and you didn't get to any of them, but you also have the speed resistance fan of the 618 here rejecting you. You see that rejection? So I add it to it, and I'm going to keep building that short position, and if it goes up some more and builds some more turbulence up here in the 4-hour time frame, great, but it doesn't look like it's going to. If you go to the 1 hour, as a matter of fact, you can see this. See, this is the difference when you're looking at trend, right? This is your wicked pumper, okay? This is your rally that you had up, and you can see it. Now what's happening as the rally starts to fail? You're making a double top. You see that? You're making a double top. So this is vertical liftoff, and everything. This is a 1 hour time frame, very small, but you can see it's overbought here, and now you're going down into the bearish money flow. So if you break this neckline, you'll come back down. So we'll see if that plays out. I don't know how the markets are going to open, but right now they're selling off some. So Bitcoin, how does this affect our cryptos? Well, our Dante's descent pattern, guys, is 100% intact. I mean, you can see this rally that Bitcoin's had. I mean, it's very small in comparison to the trend. You see this? So 25,210s are ceiling. That will not be defeated. And then I do still have us because this is a candlestick pattern, not a price sensitive pattern, but it's following the pattern. 11 bars down, 9 bars up, 20 bars between swing highs. None of these swing highs have been defeated. Okay, so I don't anticipate 25,210 being defeated. And do I still anticipate accelerated decline? Yes, I do. It's early, guys. It's only been a couple day rally, and it's still early in October. So we'll see what happens here, but I do anticipate us coming down to that 12K number we've been talking about, or most likely the FI 10,591 on the weekly time frame. And again, here's that double top, and here's those two numbers, 11,979 at the 1618 from a trend-based fib projection. give you that right here. You can see that this is on the weekly time frame from that peak to the trough to the peak. It gives you 11,979. That's the 12K number. And of course, the weekly time frame, the 1618 at 10,591. And you still do have this double top. You still have a very clear double top right here that formed. You see that? So you still have that double top. And as this comes down, if you break that neckline at 18,667, that's when I expect to see some more decline, at least to that one fib of 1612. Maybe you'll bounce up, maybe you'll rally, get some turbulence. But I think we're still coming down here, guys. October 31st, watch that candle, because the candlestick pattern is tracking 100% true. Until it's violated, I'm not changing my position on that. So looking at this on the daily time frame, you can see some different things here. Daily time frame, this is Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and grab, you have what could be a double bottom type structure here. Let's go ahead and mark this off. Where is brush? So you could see this here. So you had your price decline here. You see that? Price decline made a bottom, rallied up. So it made another bottom. Are you trying to rally back up? Well, let's throw this in a trend-based fib and see what we can look at here, okay? So let's go ahead and take this bottom, take that top, take that bottom, and let's go ahead and put some fibs on here. Get the 382, the 5, 1, 1618. Use our primary fibs. You can see you're stuck right here at the 0.5 at 20,273. You see that? You got rejected right here at the 20,273. You have multiple double bottom structures. You have another one right here. You have a bottom here, then you have your peak up, and then you have your another bottom right here. So you have multiple double bottom structures, but you're not getting any velocity. So even though equities had that rip-roaring rally, when you look at this with Bitcoin, okay, look at this. I mean, you were way up here in trend, and now you're just down here. It's very, very weak so far for Bitcoin is what I'm seeing on this rally. If you look at the daily money flow, you did cross into the bullish line here, across the bullish median line, but again, you're getting rejected. I mean, optimal entry here, if you're going to look at this to turn this down, to short this, to fade this, I'd be looking at the 618 at 20,779. But depending what happens with equities, if they continue to sell off tomorrow, you may not get there. You may just start rolling over. So that's at 0.5 fib at 20,273 right now. So just pay attention to that if any of you guys are out there trading Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and do a couple different things here. Here's an 8-hour time frame. I like these fib fans. Speed resistance fan. Go to your swing low. Oh, go to your swing low down here, up to your swing high. Okay, you see that? It's the 8-hour time frame. Gives you this structure, this grid structure. I like to grid this thing up, and by that you have a base. And now let's get a ceiling. So let's go to our swing high, and let's go to our swing low. Okay, and you can see exactly where price is trading here in the grid. You see that? So you're hitting your resistance right here at the 0.5 fib. Just like you're on the 0.5 on the daily, on the trend-based fib, you see that you're on the 0.5 on the daily. You can look at it with speed resistance fans, Fibonacci fans, and you're at the 0.5 getting rejected. So if this holds true, you could be rolling back down here. Also on the 8-hour time frame, you're battling the 150. You see that? The 150 moving average. But you guys know we're approaching overbought here. Now, if you can see this here, all in this trend, you very rarely got overbought. So you could easily turn down from here because as you can see, you've been turning down multiple times without getting overbought. So just like you would with an RSI, you can always throw trend lines and things on here as well and just see if you can find some confluence with tops, something like that. And then look what you're hitting. You're hitting that top that you've hit multiple times here on your trend, okay? 4-hour time frame is very important. And as you guys know, because I preach this all the time, you look at this flyer right here. This is a big pump here. But in general, the 200, 233, we did pump above it. If we fall back and hold it as support, you could see Bitcoin move up. But guys, I think the markets are going to turn back down. The economic data is continuing to get worse as it comes in. And if you look at this on the MFI, you're also extremely overbought here, okay? You got rejected at the 886 at 20,460, almost to the dollar. You see that? You're above the 200, 233, and I think you're going to end up making a shape here. If you don't just fall back down like you did there, I think you're going to end up rolling down, maybe popping back up, maybe make a lower high and make your double top type structure, okay? And I think all this is coming back down again as this bear market starts to fade out. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum, you are stuck between your 618 Wyckoff box. You see that? Here's your Wyckoff trend-based fib if you want to copy this, okay? Your trend-based fib right here from your base to your swing high to your swing low gives you to 618, which is rejecting you right now. You see this? You got rejected here by the 618. You're getting rejected here by the 618. 618 at 1363.77. I think this is going to roll over, and from this, you're going to have another double top, okay? Another double top structure, just like you had right here. You had that double top. There's the double top we talked about the other day. Remember, I said you have a double top structure here, and look what happened. It broke. So you had your double top break, and now you're coming back up, and you're just making a continuation of a larger double top structure. If this gets rejected and rolls, you're just going to have a very large double top. When you break that neckline of this 618 at 1282, you can look for some velocity down to 1225 to 1185 as you descend, okay? So you can pay attention to that. Notice your 200 or your 233 and your 150 are way up here. So whereas Bitcoin pumped above it, Ethereum's not showing that same amount of velocity to get above its 4-hour moving averages. So I think this is going to fade out. Again, these are all types of TA you can use for trades if you agree with this type of trading concepts or trades. Just use your own judgment on that. And guys, of course, if you want to trade with us, definitely check out our Discord, the join button underneath this video. Come trade with us, come meet the community. It's fantastic, and support us by checking out our platforms, BITGET and SimpleFX. The links are in the video description, as well as our bonuses, as well as a SimpleFX tutorial. Really would appreciate it. And XRP, guys, XRP's waving back and up and down with the volatility in the range because we've had these pumps. But again, this is a double top type structure here that you're going to eventually roll down from. So really, the way to look at this as you get some profitable trades, you get in on these wicks, right? You get some profitable trades. Price comes down, you can take profit, protect your profit by lowering your stop loss. You get stopped out in profit, comes back up. It's giving you multiple opportunities to short here, okay? That's what these resistances are, giving you multiple opportunities to short. Let's go ahead and look at gold. Gold did the opposite of what I thought I was going to do because the markets rallied so hard. Gold pumped up, and it pumped up really well to 17.19. So again, when the markets roll back down, gold will roll down, which is counterintuitive to a lot of people, but that's what gold likes to do, is roll down. So with the markets, because remember, gold went down 34% in the last bubble. Let's go ahead and get rid of these drawings. And if we're looking at silver, silver had a nice pump up as well. You have a double bottom structure here on the daily time frame. You can see your bottom one, bottom two, and we can get our you're hitting your trend based fib here at 1272 at $21.80 or 2108, 21 spot 08. 21 spot 08. So pull this down. Your 1618 is 21 spot 9382. That would be the ultimate entry. You also have the 233 coming across, but you'd have to see silver build up some velocity to do that. Okay, and you can trade this stuff on SimpleFX, trade the metals and energy on SimpleFX, and of course the equities. And looking at oil, oil's been on a nice pumper. Maybe we're finally starting to break this trend. We have to stay this way. We're at 86 spot 33. This is our 300 and 233. Like I told you guys before, I want to see this go sideways, build an accumulation box, give us our Wyckoff trading range that we can see, make our cup, and then move up and break this, okay? We're still dumping 1 million barrels a day of strategic petroleum reserve on the marketplace. OPEC said they're going to cut back on barrels. They think what we're doing is price manipulation because it is, but we have elections coming up. Got to keep that gas cheaper and keep the voters happy, and then the prices most likely will go up to some level. I think they want to keep oil somewhere between $90 and $100, and by they I mean the oil producing countries, because obviously it's much more profitable the higher prices you get oil. And if you look at the 618s up here at 100, I think they'd be really content floating it somewhere here between 93 and 100, being above these long-term moving averages as well. So, all right, guys, that's your video. I may do another video tomorrow. Again, sorry for no camera, but I'm literally 7-hour drive. I'm dead tired. I don't feel like setting up the lighting and everything. Back at the ranch. But check out our channel for some updates. Check out our Rumble as well. Link in the video description, and follow me on Twitter. I will be tweeting there and try to answer as many of your questions as I can as well. All right, guys. Happy trading. Good night and good luck.